Good morning, you guys. Happy Saturday in April. I hope you're having a great day. I am Whitney English. I am the creator of all kinds of planners and systems to help you organize your life and live more beautifully and more balanced. And I am excited to hop on here today to do the mid-year, the academic year, we call it AY, the AY cover reveal for you guys today. This is our planner that starts in July. It starts July 2020 and it runs through the end of June 2021. As you may or may not know, I launched an all-new planner company under my name, Whitney English, last fall. And we've kind of been hustling on the manufacturing thing to make up for lost time on that, get a little bit ahead of the game. And so this release is happening a little bit later than we would have liked, especially because of COVID-19, but we're still excited to be here. And I am so excited to show you the covers today and give you a little bit of backstory on all of them. So we've got 3 designs. And the spine of each of the storage boxes is white on all of them. They, whenever I was creating this planner, which is what we call our week on one page format, there are other formats coming, but this is our week on one page format, or as some darling person in the UK called it, the Whoop planner. I'm like, I could have listened to that Instagram video all day. But whenever I was creating it, I wanted there to be a way that we could store this on a shelf when we're done using it. And so each of these slip covers, the slip cases, looks like the spine of a book. So you can store your planners on your shelf, which I think is awesome. Okay, so we have in this collection 3 pattern designs. And I don't know which one to start with. I am going to start with the one that whenever my team saw this pattern, they flipped out. That's the one I'm going to start with. We call this pattern So Into, because whenever they saw it, they were like, oh my gosh, I'm so into that. And I've actually had this pattern printed on pillows. We call it So Into. That's what we call this pattern. It's just So Into. It's very, I don't know if you can tell, it's shades of blue, and we've got the book has a blue spine. It's shades of blue, and here's the front of the book. So the front of the covers for the last release was just solid. So this is a nice little touch that we have here on these. And then here's something fun and exciting and different. The cover of this planner is solid blue as well. It's kind of a dark royal. It's not quite navy. It's kind of a dark royal blue. And actually, the spine and the corners are a little bit different than this full cover right here. So the inside is similar. It has the So Into pattern, and then it is exactly like our last planner with the colored tabs, but these start in July and then go through June right there. And as our last release did, we also have the 3 separate notes sections in the back. So there's a section for notes that is divided into quadrants, and then a section called reference, which is divided into 3 columns. So if you want to use it a little bit like an Excel spreadsheet, you can. And then a section called index, which you can use as extra notes, or you can use to track your schedule and figure out what you have written where in your planner. Another thing that I'm really excited about in this release is when we introduced the planner last fall, we knew, I know this for a fact, anytime you release a new format planner to the market, you're going to get feedback awesome feedback, but you're going to get feedback from your users about things that they wish were a little bit different. I love that feedback. Keep it coming because it allows the planners to evolve over time, especially in their early years when, you know, they're just developing traction and people start, you know, trying out a new format and really getting hooked and loving it. So one of the pieces of feedback, really the only piece of feedback we got, was that for the last week of the month, there was not a list page. We put a goal check-in page, a heart goals check-in page right there. And so for this release, we're excited to let you know that there are a few additional pages in the planner now, because we have included the notes section, the quadrant styled notes page on opposite the last week of the month. And then on the back of that, a heart goals check-in, monthly heart goals check-in, and then another notes page before it flips to the calendar for the next month. So super excited about this one. We wanted there to be, my husband actually had some friends that were like, can you design some covers that maybe look a little bit more masculine? Like they didn't really care about the liner. And so this is one that might work for, you know, something a little bit more gender neutral, but you guys know me. I love the feminine patterns. Okay. The next one that I'm going to show you is also a little bit more gender neutral. We call this pattern Sonoma. It is sort of reminiscent of like the tribal prints that are so popular right now. I feel like we see that stuff a little bit at Magnolia, a little bit at Studio McGee. Did you see their latest release at Target? Flipped out over that, ordered a couple of things right off the bat. So this is just, it's Sonoma. It's a neutral colored gray. So you can see that the cover, because our covers are vegan leather, it actually, the pattern on it printed a little bit lighter than the storage box. So anyway, there's the storage box, and then here is the cover. Now, this is one of the first products that came to us, so they forgot to put a pocket in the front of it, but we checked, and all of the rest of the planners have pockets in them. Don't worry. So we're very excited about this one. It's just a very neutral colored gray. Still has the colored tabs, but I can totally see my guy friends really going for this one. We'll see. We'll see about that. Okay, the last pattern, the last cover design, it's my favorite, you guys. It's absolutely my favorite. If you caught my Instagram live on Wednesday, one of the subjects that came up was the term grand millennial. And this is a term that was coined by an editor at House Beautiful magazine to describe this like new, young, granny chic method of decorating and the people that were adopting it. And she said, let's just call them grand millennials. And all of a sudden, every little piece of design, everything that I've ever loved, you guys know that I have a degree in interior design, fell into place. And I was like, oh my gosh, that style totally defines me. It's a little bit wicker, definitely blue and white. I just absolutely adore, you know, pops of green, but really feminine and pretty sweet. It's a pretty sweet style. So anyway, but it's very popular right now. You'll hear me probably talk a lot more about that because as I've decorated our house, I've used a lot of those elements in our home. But this is the final pattern. We call this Pierre. Again, like the color is not great, but this is blue. It's just a beautiful, like dusty French blue. It's so pretty. And then this is the cover. It has blue corners, light blue corners, and then you can see a little bit, it's actually kind of a periwinkle is what it is. And this is like a light gray blue right here. So this is gonna be my planner of choice. Yes, I do start a new planner every 6 months. I do that to, when you own a planner company, you can, but it also just helps me really stay on top of the products, the product development, and just like when I use my products, like I realize what changes we need to make and how they need to evolve and things like that. So anyway, this one is called Pierre, and this is my planner choice. Save that one for last. And then the gray one, the gray and white, is called Sonoma again. And then this last pattern is a solid, but we call it Sew Into. So this is the one that has solid on the front and then party on the inside. Business on the front, party on the inside. So anyway, these are our 3 covers. We have a light blue spine, white spine, and a dark blue spine for the academic 2021 year. I'm so excited to offer these to you guys. Thanks for watching. Oh my goodness, there's one more thing I need to mention to you, and that is that if you are watching this video and you are not on our email list, you want to get on the email list, because there is going to be a surprise pre-order sale available only to the people on our email list. I can't tell you. The launch date for these is May 27th. The pre-order sale is going to be before then. I can't tell you when. All I can tell you is that the launch day is going to be May 27th at 10 a.m. unless you're on our email list, and then you will get a link to a surprise pre-order sale sometime between now and then. Okay, thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.